don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. Alright, I watched the movie Badhaai. It's not as dark as I think I would have liked, which I think sounds strange, but I guess I was hoping for like a good mixture between comedy and dark. It was primarily funny, and every time it got to like an emotional kind of, heavy note, it just didn't feel as impactful as it probably should have. I enjoyed the comedy of them trying to pretend like the girlfriend was just everyone's cousin. So it was always just the running joke. It's just, oh, she's a cousin, she's a cousin, she's a cousin of mine, she's a cousin of hers, she's a cousin of the landlady. I enjoyed that bit. I enjoyed that running joke. But where it seemed to fall short was the serious notes. And I feel like they could have gone a lot more harsh with it, a lot more, darker tone. But then again, it's very... we're in the 2000s, and it's not a big issue. Sure, in some cultures it's still a pretty big issue, especially among traditional families, which I guess they were trying to show the impact and fear that they have, especially him as a cop. It really did help the tone, but in the end, it just didn't feel like it belonged, because I'm watching a movie now with my mindset where, heck, I lived in San Francisco for 4 years. I saw those, all kinds of parades happen there. All kinds, not just the Pride. They're all kinds of parades. So in my mind, I'm like, that's not bad. It's just like, what do they have to complain about? Some of those parades can be very, well, yeah, even that one could get very, yeah. Keep your kids away. That's just all I'm saying. Let them choose when they're an adult. But yeah, it's just one of those things that it didn't feel as dark or as well paced as I feel it should have. Like I was hoping, I'm gonna try. I always use Mimi as a response. I probably need to rewatch that movie, because maybe I've just idolized it too much at this point that I'm trying to compare everything to it. But it's just like it would just be humor, a solemn note, and then humor, a sad note, and then humor, oh, this is funny because it's uncomfortable, that type of thing. It didn't really feel like there was much tragedy going on. Even when he came out to his family, I didn't feel the disgust from the family. Like, I felt it when they were talking about his wife, but I didn't feel it when he brought up himself. I would have liked a little more, like, as bad as that sounds, disgust from the family towards him, a little more hatred towards him, because, well, like, the doctor, his nephew or cousin or brother or whoever it was, his brother-in-law, you would think he would be disgusted by it, because it's just like you're trying to push that narrative. But no, everyone gets quiet and he walks out of the room and we don't see any of that. And I did enjoy how the mother that had no voice because her husband passed away, her son's the gay one, and she has no voice, but when it came to her son coming out, she was all there for him. Because that's something fell over and I have no clue what. Yeah, so I feel like the pacing was off in this movie. I felt like they could have gone, because I was assuming it could be well paced. It could be either just a comedy or just very dark, and it just primarily was a comedy. I didn't feel much darkness. I guess because also it isn't as big an issue as it once was. So when you're making a movie just to recognize it and acknowledge it, I guess they just didn't want to go severely dark with it, which it does make sense. You don't want to push it to the point where it's just like the modern audience would be like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is this here? So I guess it works, especially with the cop, like, what is it? Don't ask, don't tell mindset. Well, I don't think that's a thing anymore, but yeah, that used to be the thing in the military. You don't ask, don't tell type of thing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This movie, basically, a gay couple, or two, a gay female and a gay male, basically getting married to save face with their families. That's a very simple concept. Very simple, and I believe I've seen it done before, and I know I've seen it done before in a cartoon I watched, the North, I don't know, it's about Alaska. Yeah, it was just like one episode, and they had a story about two people who basically decided to live together. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles. Oh my gosh. Toodles.